Hello children, welcome to the social science class of 8th grade. Today we shall start the geography third chapter, that is atmosphere. You will learn the meaning, importance, composition and formation of atmosphere, the components of atmosphere, temperature, pressure, wind, humidity, clouds and their functions and the effects. The difference between atmosphere and climate. Atmosphere. Atmosphere is a thin layer of gases, dust particle and water vapor surrounding the earth. So, now let us understand atmosphere and its importance. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a layer of gases on the earth's surface unable to escape the earth's gravitational pull. The atmosphere has 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen and 0.93 argon, 0.4 carbon dioxide and 0.0% water vapor depending on the location and some small amount of gases. Atmosphere is one of the foundation of life as well as for the plants, animals, insects and for the human being also. Atmosphere does a lot for us. It determines our weather and climate, shields, it protects us from the sun and space, provide us warmth and we need and much more. Atmosphere is vital for our life, very important. Atmosphere traps heat and makes earth a planet for all living organisms. The thickness of the atmosphere is around 1000 kilometers. Layer of gases, that is nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, dust particles, all these form a protective boundary between the outer space and the earth's surface. Now let us understand the layers of atmosphere. The atmosphere may be divided into 5 important layers on the basis of its characteristics and features. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, it's also called as ionosphere, and exosphere. Now let us understand each of the layers and what are these layers functions, what are the things present in this layer. The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It extends 18 kilometers in the equator and 8 kilometers near the pole. This layer has atmospheric elements such as temperature, pressure, wind, cloud, rainfall. All the weather changes occur in this layer, the lowest layer. If you want to see the clouds, if you have to measure the temperature, wind, air pressure, everything is present in the troposphere. Is it clear? The temperature and the air pressure decreases as the altitude increases. What is altitude? It is the height. So as the height increases, the temperature and pressure decreases. So all the weather changes occur in which sphere? It is in the troposphere. The second layer of the atmosphere is the stratosphere. So the stratosphere start with the tropopause where the boundary ends of the troposphere and stratosphere start. There it is called as a tropopause. So in the stratosphere this extend up to 50 kilometers from the surface. So the stratosphere is between the troposphere and the mesosphere. In this stratosphere the aeroplane moves, especially in the tropopause area the aeroplane moves, and there is very important layer called ozone layer. The ozone layer is present in the stratosphere. In the stratosphere, the ozone layer protects the ultraviolet rays that is emitted from the sun. The ozone layer protects the penetration of the ultraviolet rays to the earth. Nowadays, we are also damaging the ozone layer by using chlorofluorocarbon. So, we have to reduce the use of chlorofluorocarbon. So, this ozone layer absorbs the ultraviolet rays and protects the life on the earth. So, this layer is free from the clouds and other important weather phenomena. When the weather like clouds and weathers are there, then the movement of the aeroplane is very difficult. So, the aeroplane movement is very clear in the movement is very easy in the stratosphere. So, is it very clear? The second layer, that is the stratosphere, it is between the troposphere and mesosphere, and it is extended to 15 kilometers, and it has a very important layer called ozone layer. It absorbs the ultraviolet rays and protects the life on the earth, and in this there is free from clouds and weather changes. So, the movement of the jet planes, it is very easy. So, this is about the second layer of the atmosphere. The third layer of the atmosphere is mesosphere. The mesosphere is between the stratosphere and the thermosphere. This is extended to 80 to 85 kilometers from the surface and lies between, as I said, it is between the stratosphere and mesosphere. The temperature decreases, and here the temperature is very cold. The coldest temperature is there in the mesosphere. Is it very clear? So, the next layer we are going to discuss is about the thermosphere. This layer lays between the mesosphere and the exosphere. In this layer, the temperature rises drastically, and it is also called as ionosphere, and the gaseous items are ionized here. Due to the very high temperature, the ions found in this layer helps in reflecting the radio waves. So, is it clear? Thermosphere is also called as ionosphere. The temperature is very high here. That's why the atoms here are ionized, and that helps in the reflecting the radio waves. The exosphere is the topmost layer of the atmosphere. In this layer, elements of the atmosphere are rare. The pressure is extremely low. So, is this very clear with the 5 layers of atmosphere? We have discussed about troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Now, let us learn the elements of weather. The elements of weather are temperature, atmospheric pressure, winds, humidity, clouds and precipitation, which we will learn each of them separately in detail. Let us learn about the temperature. The sun is the main source of energy. We get energy from the sun to the earth, which supplies heat through the process of insolation. What do you mean by insolation? Insolation means the incoming solar radiation from the sun to earth is called as insolation. Temperature is the degree of heat of an object or a degree of heat at a place. So, the temperature of an object or a body is measured the heat or the coldness of the object or the body. So, the temperature is measured in the Celsius degree or Fahrenheit. So, the instrument used to measure the heat or the temperature is the thermometer. The thermometer uses centigrade and Fahrenheit, but it is measured in the degrees. The factors that affecting the temperatures are the nearness of the place on the earth's surface, latitude of a place, altitude of a place, highest of the place above the sea level, distance of the place from the sea. Now let us learn about the normal lapse rate. So, normal lapse rate is the decreasing the rate of temperature with the increase in the altitude. The rate of decrease is 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meters or 6.4 degree Celsius for every 1000 meter of height, that is 1 kilometer. As the altitude increases, the temperature decreases. But how much it decreases? That's what we are discussing in the normal lapse rate. That is 1 degree Celsius it decreases for every 165 kilometers or 6.4 degree Celsius decreases for every 1000 meters. Inverse of temperature. Inverse means something reverse. As what we said in the normal lapse rate, as the altitude, that is height, increases, temperature decreases. But inverse of temperature, in some situation, temperature also increase with the increasing height. Where does this take place? This take place in mountain valleys during long winter nights with clear sky, dry air, no wind and snow covered surfaces. Now let us learn about the temperate zone, or also called as a heat zone. Temperature zone. The distribution of temperature is not uniform, means it is not the same everywhere on the earth's surface. On the basis of insolation, what we have learnt insolation? Insolation means where the sun rays reaching to the, or solar radiation reaching to the earth is called as a insolation. The globe is divided into 3 temperature zone or heat zone. They are torrid zone, temperate zone, frigid zone. These zones are divided on the basis of, we have learnt about the latitude, equator, tropical of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, Arctic circle, Antarctic circle, north degree and north 90 degree and south 90 degree. You remember the altitudes? So all those are also necessary. We will recap this also. So first we learn about the first is about torrid zone. Torrid zone. This is the zone of high temperature. It is very high. The temperature is very high because the sun rays falls directly. This region is found between 0 degree or the equator and Tropic of Cancer in the north, that is 23.5 degree north latitude, and the equator and Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree south. This region receives direct rays from the sun, so the temperature is very high. That's why it is called as a torrid zone. This is the region where the temperature is neither very hot nor cold. This region lies between 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north, that is Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle, and 23.5 degree south to 63.5 degree south, that is Tropic of Capricorn to the Arctic Circle. Frigid zone. It is the coldest region. This zone is found between 66.5 north to 90 degree north, Arctic Circle to North Pole, and 66.5 degree south to 90 degree south, Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. The temperature in this zone is very low due to the slanting rays. The rays are bent. And in summer the temperature is slightly high and the winter temperature is low. Isotherms. Isotherms are the lines drawn on the map or globe connecting places having the same temperature. So we have to learn about the isotherms, because isotherms will show where are the places which have the same temperature. This session you have learnt about the what is atmosphere, what are the composition of atmosphere, 5 layers of atmosphere. In elements of weather we have learnt about the temperature. Next session we shall learn about atmospheric pressure.